Canada. It's UK, INDEED.UK. Send for positions in your field. You will see the job requirement. Those are things to prepare yourself with before you think of applying. And if you check those things, you want to wonder, are they going to employ my whole class? Or is it one person that will have all this? Let's check. Why here we are emphasizing 20 years experience for a 22 years graduate? They are emphasizing skills that they need for the job. So they will tell you, you are going for a GI specialist, Python, this, you have to know those things. Working with special databases, SQL, and the likes. So we have to sit up because those in the other laboring professions and the IT are already encroaching. For some of these positions, they will tell you if you are a graduate of computer science, apply because they know the geography part, the IT, the practical part, you can easily learn. And most of the data are already existing. So data collection is not a big deal anymore. So the problem we are having is because data collection now is not a big deal. Somebody that will call you before to measure Islam, now he measures it in Islam. So what is it? Those days people go to check their BP, check their almost on daily basis. Now you imagine you now buy a smartphone, so you don't need the services for the pharmacy for those services. Now this is your ArcGIS environment. This part is the data science part, the IT part. This is the GIS part. And this is what differentiates us. The difference between the data scientists and the special data scientists is this part. One, they work with databases. We work with the special databases. So the tools they use, you have to use those tools, and even more because of the special part of this. So in your ArcGIS tool, you now have an environment that combines both the GIS part and the data science part. So you write your code to do some of those things that you'll be clicking and looking for tools to do. So this is another example. So you have a digital notebook in your ArcGIS Pro where you write code and you see the result displayed here. And another platform is the Google Earth Engine, GEE. I don't know how many of us have used that. Google Earth Engine. Good. Now, this is a platform where you can carry out the special analysis of an entire continent. Something that will take your computer maybe 2 years, depending on the kind of computer. So if you are not familiar with Google Earth Engine, just run. You can use either JavaScript or Python to interact with it. So you complete regional analysis on the cloud. So these are some of the features of Google Earth Engine that allow you to integrate the surveying, modern surveying, and the AI or machine learning part. The interface, you write your code, and then you see the result here. So let's take a practical example. Let's assume that in Abuja, the land rent is based on what you have in the house. If you have a swimming pool in your house, you are a big man, right? So you should pay more. Now, imagine we want to dictate the swimming pool in the entire city of Abuja. Manual or visual inspection will take time. So all we need to do is to take samples of swimming pools in the image. This is a swimming pool. So you're training the computer, telling the computer when you see this, it is a swimming pool. So you pick some samples and train the computer. By the time you bring in the image, the computer will identify all the swimming pools in the city, and your work is reduced. But don't forget, no machine is 100% efficient. So you have what we call false positive and false true negative, where this is not true, the computer says it's true, or this is not false, the computer says it's false. A good example is COVID test. Somebody will say the person is negative, so he goes to the society to contaminate more people. Then somebody else is positive, and the test says the person is negative, so they take it to quarantine and he gets infected. So, machine learning, AI, you have to use with caution. So, Google Earth Engine, you can read up, okay, it's another good platform to start. So, what are the skills? We are moving towards becoming programmers, like I said, in the next few minutes. Everybody here will become a programmer. Take note, what did you see here? It's not a mistake. Very soon, you will understand. In a language like Python, you start counting from 0, which is correct. Imagine you want to start counting. What is the baseline? 0. When you measure your tape, you start from 1 meter. That would be a systematic error. The 0 end is the beginning. That means when you want to start counting, you say 0, 1, 2. That's the right way to count. This is used in Python. Advancement in technology do not replace domain knowledge. No matter how knowledgeable you are in using AI and machine learning, you cannot go and do a work in accounting if somebody in accounting is not there to tell you this is how it's being done. So the person tells you how it's done, you now instruct the computer that this person said this is how you do this. So domain knowledge is not replaceable with advancement in technology, and that is where we miss it most times. We just get excited with the advanced technology and want to start using it without having the domain knowledge. You want to go into using AI for image processing, correction, object detection. You must first understand the basics, pixel, electromagnetic wave, bands. All those basic principles of remote sensing are those things that you are not telling the computer to use these things to do this. So if you don't know it yourself, how do you tell the computer? You want to train the trainer. That is what programming is. You are training, so you train the computer to do that job. If you don't know it yourself, you can't do it. So even if you use ChatGPT to generate the code, you will not understand what the code is saying. And if the code runs into error, you will not be able to correct it. And so domain knowledge is the first part. Now, if you are in this profession, it means you already have, to some extent, domain knowledge in the profession. So that's a good place to start. If it's belongs to less school, you need to do some revision. You'll be looking for money. And now you heard of AI in surveying. You want to add it to your business profile. You have to start developing some of those basic principles to refresh your mind before you move to the next step. Okay? Now, part of the challenge is while we're in school, we don't know that domain knowledge is something we will need all through our profession. We thought it was to write exams. So we wrote the exam, not good grades. And then now we are out of school, domain knowledge is gone. And then sometimes they give us assignments and we just copy. So forgetting that every assignment is intended to train you on a particular thing. A good example is science report, assignment report, and project report. A student that copies the assignment is most likely going to copy his science report. And I bet you he will copy his project. Jimmy? Are you confirming? That is it. Now, they give you assignment trying to train you how to report. They give you practicals. You do the practicals as a group to collect the data, but they emphasize individual reports. But you go and copy. You have missed out in the process of reporting. So just like a machine, what you don't learn, you cannot do. Your final year project is replicating big work project out there, just like second project. Your new second project is a 2-5 project covering at least 4 areas of the profession. That is a training, simulating Because the truth is, the school cannot teach you all the problems you will encounter in society. So we use examples. Your exam questions are sampling because we don't know what you face. So we say, okay, answer 5 out of 7 questions, answer 5 questions in 2 hours. Teaching you that problems are solved within a finite time. So if you can't do that, you're saying, sir, it's 5 minutes. That is why you see uncompleted projects all around. It translates. That's where it begins. So the training in school is to model what will happen in the society. Assignment is to model report. Science report project, second project is to model the different projects you will meet out there. We are assuming that okay, we're able to do this. Even when you are faced with a project that is not among this, with the experience, you'll be able to do that. That's machine learning. You train the machine with a specific data, and any data outside that, the machine is able to do it. So I want my machine to identify cat and dog. I bring so many images of different cats and dogs and expose it to it. So that when you bring any other image outside that one, the machine will be able to say, this is dog, this is cat. And that is what school is. So when you keep shouting, we are graduating, how to graduate, the graduate that are represent to be faked. Because we don't know the problem you face. So the employer cannot accuse the school. We can only simulate and assume, okay, these are the kind of things. But you see, school teach you how to learn, such that when you're faced with new problem, you can learn it and continue. So we're not just training the machine, we too should learn how to learn. When you're done with domain knowledge, the next thing is data proficiency. You should be able to manage data, okay? Including databases, data management, data analysis, all that. Then you move to the next thing, AI and machine learning knowledge. Understanding algorithm. The good thing is this, I said it that you cannot program what you don't know. So imagine you cannot solve survey adjustment, you program it. It is when you know you are telling the computer, this thing, this is how to do it. So algorithm understanding, programming skills. Let me give a little test. Well, this is an interactive section, so please permit me. If I say 0, -1, and 2, I want you to tell me whether it is positive, negative, or 0. So if I say 0, 0 is what? Huh? You might. Somebody says 0 is positive. How? Is 0? 0 is 0. See, instruction. Tell me if it is 0, positive, or 0. 0 is what? Good. -1 is what? 2 is what? How do you know that -1 is negative? How do you know 2 is positive? Somebody say because of the sign. Huh? When I say 2, did you see any sign? I didn't say plus. But yet you know it's positive. How? Okay, now this simple test emphasizes something. You see, sometimes you can do something that you cannot tell the process. That is where programming comes. For such things you know how to do, but you cannot write the process of doing it. You cannot program it. You cannot do it because the computer don't understand anything other than correct instruction. Now, -1 is negative because it's less than 0. 2 is positive because it's greater than 0. So when you now tell the computer, if x is less than 0, you say negative. If x is greater than 0, you say the number is 1. Then you can instruct the computer. So are we becoming programmers? Okay, so in addition, you will need geospatial technologies tool. Fortunately, most of these now are being integrated. So in one environment, you can have all of this. I talked about Anaconda, we talked about ArcGIS Pro, integrates most of these things. And I've talked about Google Earth Engine, remote sensing expertise, the special data science skills, ethical and legal awareness. That was why we had the talk yesterday. It's very important. Interdisciplinary collaboration, once again, awareness, collaborate. Awareness. When I work with machine learning and AI, and then we have the workshop that is specifically in that field. What do I do? I call somebody in that field, sir, we are having a workshop on this, issue. We need to get your perspective. So he comes with his domain knowledge. And now you see that I'm talking more as a surveyor that has idea about this. But yesterday, he's speaking as an expert in the area. Collaboration, very important. Very important. Problem solving. If you want to become a programmer, you're actually looking for trouble. In other words, you're looking for problems to solve. So a programmer is somebody that goes around looking for problems. But you know the good thing, you pay to solve problems. When you solve problems, you get paid. Somebody don't know the extent of his land. You survey it, you get paid. You don't solve problems. If you don't solve that problem, you don't get paid. So in case your finance is dropping, you know what to do now. Look for problems. I didn't say look for trouble, look for problems. Very important, continuous learning. And that's why for everyone that took out time to travel far and near for this workshop, that fulfilled almost 50% of the requirement for work. Continuous learning. Continuous learning. For some of us, some of this things during our time, there are no computer courses. For most of us here, when you were in school. And that's what affected even some people today. They never taught them any IT without the introduction to basic computing, except those ones we learned from roadside computer schools. So, but more recently, these things are being introduced. Now, if you don't have opportunity during your time, you were not taught, it's not too late. Platforms like this, and some of the ones we'll talk about, continuous learning and development. I used to tell my students, there are 3 things you should leave school with. 3, minimum. The first one is good grades. Good grades are very important. Why? If there is a scholarship and they say minimum CGPA is 3, it's just one line of code. If CGPA is less than 3, in fact, you can't submit. So imagine just one line of code on the website will split you out. No matter how competent you are, you will never have the opportunity to go to the next thing. That's why good grades are important. Very important. The second thing is competence. When you have good grades and you are not competent, you will embarrass yourself, the school, the society, because you will not be able to defend your grades. That's true. So, another thing with competence is competence has a time frame. Also fear of digital devices.